Freethought 014. Just a heads up, I'm a bit aggravated on something I just saw. So if this turns into more of a rant than anything, I'm sorry to whoever may not like that. I just got done watching a video by Undoomed, titled, 6-Year-Old Transitioning. WTF. Don't worry, I'm not mad at Undoomed. No, what I'm mad about are these idiots in the video. Granted, they're probably not idiots, but how dare they have little kids, babies even, learning about this stuff. They're not even old enough to truly understand what it means to be transgender. These parents are forcing something on these poor children so that they themselves feel better. I don't know if it's guilt or trying to see who can be more inclusive, sort of keeping up with the Joneses idea, but this is just wrong. Granted, there is a time and place for every type of knowledge, but these kids shouldn't have to be exposed to this until they are in the teens. Even at that point, if I were the parent and one of them came up to me and said, "I think I'm transgender," I would say, okay, but wait until you are an adult before you commit to it. I know when I was a kid, gender was the last thing on my mind. I was a boy, but nobody forced it on me. It's just who I was. Now there will be people out there who will say, well, I was a boy but I always felt like a girl, and I'll say that's fine, you wanted to play with Barbie instead of G.I. Joe. That's totally cool, but let's not confuse matters here. When you are a kid you play. Gender is there for one reason, for reproduction, aka sex. At least when I was growing up, sex was something we didn't want kids to know about. I don't know if that's still the same. To be honest, nowadays I can't tell what's the same, but discussing gender, in its basic form, is like trying to tell a 3-year-old about sex. There's some things you just don't do. Let these kids be kids. I don't know why people are forcing all these ideas and opinions on children. It seems like a lot of the time it's first-time parents that are doing it. I can kind of understand why they think that no matter what my child is, I want them to know that I love them. I get that, I feel the same way. The problem is trying to cater to every one of the child's whims is only going to hurt them. At a certain point, a parent needs to be a parent. When I was a kid, I used to pretend I was a heroic knight fighting dragons. Or a Power Ranger fighting the evil villains. My mom didn't come up to me and say, "So you identify as a Power Ranger, so now you have superpowers and I'll let you go out and fight crime." Of course not. She knew I was playing. I was using my imagination. Nowadays, everything has to be so PC that the second a kid imagines that they're anything than what they are, the parents jump to say, "My kids this or my kids that." I accept them. What would have been a fun day of play turns into a lifetime of trying to justify. I have nothing against transgender people. If that's who you are, more power to you, but leave the children out of this. Keep the childhood innocent. When they become teens and start asking questions about it, give them all the information they want to know, but make them wait until they become adults to truly decide what they want the life to be. Even when I was a teen, I was still not mature enough to make rational decisions. I can honestly say the opinions I had when I was 15 or 16 don't apply to the person I am today, because with age comes wisdom. At least it should, at the very least maturity. I leave you with these final thoughts today. If your little boy plays Barbies, he's a kid. He is just playing. Same for your little girl that likes to play with G.I. Joes. Kids will go through so many phases between the ages of 1 to 18 that you are doing them a disservice by making them commit to something at the age of 6.